Hello all and welcome back to Kreos Gaming. I'm continuing my NoMundane Run in Skyrim, in which I'll be using only magic for combat. I'm continuing the quests regarding... Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. There we go. Regarding the Mages College. And I last time got books that provided information regarding what that object there is, and now, having gathered those books with that information, I've been tasked with returning to Tolfdir, and I'm not quite sure where Tolfdir is. He's right here somewhere. Okay, so at that point, is he? Yeah, he's right there. So we'll do that and then see where the quests go.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education. Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery? Ah, yes. Well, I'll be sure and stop by the Arcanium later. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Aliad, Bremer, Daedric, not even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience, but can you feel that? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magicka. Yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go. Really? Well, allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you, specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants. I'll be the one asking the questions. All you need to know is that the Psijic Order is a rogue organization, believing themselves to be above the law. They have clashed with the Aldmeri Dominion before, and I have no intention of allowing that to happen here.
Alright then. So he's got a larger chip on his shoulder than I thought. He's gonna be slow getting where he's going, isn't he? Alright.
Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here, and then he will be removed from college grounds.
Alright, so Arcano seems to think he has more power than he actually does.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person. I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately, but I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
If this is dangerous, then why don't you do something about
I'm
it?
afraid it's not that simple. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Oncano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so.
So what exactly is the problem?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided.
What do you expect from me, then?
We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dulain here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Who is the Augur of
He was
Dulain?
once a student here at the college. Now he is something different.
Where could I find this Augur?
I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
Alright then.
Were you about to say something?
Well, what is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here he is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
Alright then.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow.
What did the Sijic
Beyond
want?
asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed.
Have you ever heard of the Augur of
Has
Dulain?
Toftir been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject.
Alright then, I go talk to Tolfdir.
Until next time.
Which, Tolfdir seems to be the center of this quite often, which is interesting in some sense. Alright, let's see, is Tolfdir still down here? No, of course not. Can't be that lucky, can I? Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, it still says find the Augur. But I need more information to be able to find the Augur, which means I need to find Tolfdir to do that. Alright. Does the map give me any indication? So something... yeah, maybe Tolfdir's... No, you're... meh, I don't want to talk to Arcano. Incarno, whatever the heck his name is. I'm happy ignoring him as long as I can. You don't look like a Tolfdir. You look like a sleeping Tolfdir, but meh.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education.
Have you ever heard of the Augur of Dulain?
Well now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you?
Where's the Midden?
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Okay. Can you tell me more about the Augur of Dulain?
Well, I suppose he wouldn't mind. It was all before my time, you understand. I've heard the stories, the same as anyone else. He was a brilliant student, an accomplished wizard, delved into magic in a way none had seen before. But I think he became too focused on just how much power he could acquire. That's what led to the accident.
And that's gonna be all you give me? Come on. You look like you'd use a hand?
Well, yes. This is rather embarrassing, but it seems I've misplaced something. I can't find my alembic. I suppose I could use another one, but, well, it sounds silly, but mine has sentimental value. If you happen to see it, would you mind bringing it to me?
Alright then. So, that wasn't really helpful
We'll be
as,
here for you no matter what. We always look after our own.
as far as telling me what the auger is, but I guess that just means I get to go down into the Midden and find out what's going on there. Alright, yeah, I was gonna say there should be something that heads down. And the Midden. Alright. So I fully expect there's, what am I casting? Ah, yes. Is it... Yep, lightning bolt. So, I mean, it is a Midden, so who knows what's going to be down here. But it's also the Mages College, so there's probably a good chance that there's going to be casting things. We will see. I'll stick with shock to begin with and see if I need to... No, I did not want the basket. Darn it all. Alright. Miscellaneous. Drop the basket. Try and pick up resources and end up accidentally picking up a basket. Alright. This is what? Hall of Countenance. I don't remember that. Oh, okay. So this is the Hall of Countenance. There's two ways into the Midden. I gotcha. Interesting that a trapdoor turns into a normal door, but whatever. It's just a different method of getting into the same place. Good to know. Alright. So, I'm gonna have to look up what the word augur means, because I'm used to an augur being a thing that drills, well, drill's the wrong word, but makes holes and stuff. And so the notion of a person being an augur is not something I'm familiar with. An augury, I think, is... Oh, crud. Ice Wraiths. I've had bad luck with... Yep, gonna have bad luck with Ice Wraiths again. Great. Which means I might need to go find somewhere else to be. We'll try using flames on it, see how it goes, because I'm not going to be able to use the standard, what do you call them, attacks, the ones that have flight time and that kind of thing. Ice Wraiths move too much. Where is he? I can't see him. Too much glowing stuff elsewhere. So it's hard to tell what's him. And there we go. Alright, so that's him. And he runs away. There we go. Am I hitting? Ow. So, I guess I'm kind of successful? It's just taking a lot of magicka and a lot of health. And alright, so that's one down. I would not be surprised if there's more, but at least... I guess at least I know that... Well, hold on. Well, I'll worry about that later. I was going to see what Ice Wraith Essence did as far as using it as an ingredient, but for right now I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So, I guess I should be happy that I was able to kill an Ice Wraith given how much trouble they were previously. Hopefully I don't run into too many more of them. They're kind of annoying to fight. That one I was able to use, if you want to call it cover, but basically the wall and stuff, and it didn't chase me, so I was able to just hit it and run and hit it and run. Ruby, sure, and... okay. Interesting. So it's a conjuration dais. And it mentioned a spot for a sphere. So that's the offering box. That's the pull bar, which is probably the lever. That's the pedestal, which is where the sphere is. So the sphere is going to be smaller than the one that has started this whole adventure. So I'm going to guess that it doesn't have anything to do with that particular object and that it's some other kind of sphere. Although alright, so I came in down the stairs, so I want to go this way. Alright, so we'll see if we can't figure out where or who the augur is. We'll probably have to kill things in the process since it is a pseudo-adventure, or pseudo-action game. So I'm not... Oh. Yay, sneak increase, because that was definitely something dangerous. Oh, come on. Didn't even see the thing in front of him when I shot that. That was kind of frustrating. Alright, so this is just a door. Not hearing anything that sounds dangerous. This goes into the Midden dark. Well, let's see here. I can go into the Midden dark because it looks like the quest I'm on actually goes somewhere else. And so it doesn't, it's likely that I'll have to come back up here afterwards just to get where I'm going. So, because otherwise there would have been a door symbol with the arrow over the, yeah, like that. So apparently the Midden Dark is where I'm supposed to go. Which means I'm going to finish off what else is up here first. I just like finding out everything in an area before I move on. Weird, because I didn't remember seeing that door over it before. I must just have... Oh, that was a lot shorter than I was expecting. I must not have been paying enough attention, and that's why it did that. Alright, so into the Midden Dark. And I'm close to leveling, which will be nice. It has been nice that things have been killable. That was part of what I was coming here for, was to find things that were kill... Ooh, that's a chest. Do I go for the chest or follow the path? Because I'm going to guess that if I go for the chest, I'm not going to be able to get back up. I'll go for the chest. Of course, it's probably going to be locked. No, interesting. I was expecting it to be locked since I'd given up lockpicking and I wouldn't be able to access it if it was. And I'm gonna... yeah, I'm not gonna be able to jump back up there, so... Oh, hey. It's a back way into whatever this is. Kinda cool. So apparently it could have been possible to get into the... oh, spider. Get into the college Midden. Oh... from outside. Intriguing. Alright, so I hate that, well, hate's too strong a word. It's kind of frustrating that you can have an animation go off because it thinks you're going to hit, and then the way the cast flies, it ends up hitting a wall instead. And I don't care about frostbite venom. Oh, but you had gold, and that I will take. Not that I'm using it much, but hey, better than... again with the basket? I need to be more careful when I'm picking stuff up, pay more attention to what I'm actually pointing at instead of just hitting E. Don't care about an iron helm, or, well, searching a skeleton, sure, gold is good. I've never looked into what musical instruments are for. I just haven't worried about it. I haven't seen any, well, burn. Oh, oops. I thought it was on flames first. Oh, come on. I haven't seen anything that suggests that they can cast spells or anything, but I also haven't equipped one and started playing it to see what happens. And as far as I know, there's no skills associated with music, so that's its own point of interest. Alright, so we have appears to be a goat sacrifice that has occurred for some unknown reason. We'll press on and see what we find. Alright. And this is intriguing. There's a relic with that rune they were saying was generic, or a known rune of some sort. What do we got in here? I don't want the kettle, I just want... So the... What is it called? Clipping boxes in here are kind of interesting sometimes. Alright, so I hear a skeleton or something similar. Yeah. Alright. Where is he? Ah, there he is. And now he's dead. He's got friends, apparently. Yep, there's another one. Yeah, bang bang. Come get some. Thank you. And you're dead too. And apparently I leveled, so take that to sell since it doesn't weigh very much. Alright, so let's level up with Magicka, say okay. And I still can't put anything more in there. So for now, double check something here in Illusion, because I'm pretty sure that Illusion is where Quiet Casting is, but I have to have Illusion at 50 and spend 2, 3, 4 points to get it. 1, 2, so I have to spend 3 points, and I have the 3 points, but I don't really have a whole lot of skill in Illusion, and I haven't really been concerned about getting more skill in Illusion, but I might need to look at that, since Quiet Casting would make it so that I can maintain my maintain my sneak while casting, and that would be beneficial. Alright, so I see an arrow, yeah, that's in this zone rather than through a door. Alright, let's see here. And this is going to be where I came in, I'm going to guess. Yep. Alright, which means we just came down those stairs, so I want to go this way. Alright, this is just a dead end. So
no perseverance will only lead to disappointments.
So there's a key that I was...
Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Oh. Cool. Right, so the Augur of Dulain is glowing magicka energy? So you're the Augur of Dulain?
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek.
Okay, what am I seeking?
You seek that which all who wield magic seek, knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
Thalmor? I'm not the first to come to see you?
No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ancano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. untraveled by many. It is a path that could save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
Okay, what do I need?
You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
Okay then. A glowing ball of light told me to find the Staff of Magnus. We'll see how believable that is to the Archmage. And apparently there's some catastrophe that the eye is going to be centered on. That was kind of what the Sijic Order seemed to be suggesting as well, so it's not necessarily surprising. It's just that the way this was done is interesting. Alright. Yeah, so I wanted to go this way. Like, that didn't look right. Okay, and the way back should be clear, because I'm pretty sure there's... Yeah, there's that, but there's no zones where I wasn't expecting... Ooh, another torch bug. Okay. So... Arcano, or Ancarno, whatever his name is moderately concerning. Obviously he's, what do you call it, arrogant as heck, but it seems to be worse than just, sure, I'll take the potion, seems to be worse than just simple arrogance. If he went to see the, no, this goes back to Skyrim, nope, this does go up, okay, good. If he did go see the Augur as well, then it seems like there's a good chance he's after the eye for something for himself. And it does seem more to be about himself rather than for the Thalmor General.
It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted.
Okay, well I have information for you.
Really? And what might that be?
We need to find the Staff of Magnus.
Sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
It's connected to the orb we found.
And how do you know of this?
I spoke with the Augur of Dulain.
Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the Staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this.
What should I do next?
A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself. Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
If it increases casting efficiency, sure, but... peril. Otherwise, no, probably not. Mage's Circlet? No. Well, hold on. So I've got a Novus Hood on. That's Magicka by 30 points. This is Magicka by 50 points. So yes, apparently it will prove useful. And then... Yep. Okay. Alright, and now I have to go find the gal. I am kind of impressed with the level of depth that's in all of these side... Well, not all of these side quests, obviously. But the level of depth that's in these side quests in general. Was this guy's robe... Were these robes always blowing behind him? I'm going to assume they were. Maybe I'll check some of the other videos later. Alright, so where am I going? Did I lose that quest because it started a new one? Yes, yes I did. Alright, so I'm going over here to the quarters. That makes sense. Anyway, I'm impressed by just the depth of the quests that are present. It's pretty neat that they put that much effort into developing side quests, and especially quests that are specific to a particular playstyle.
If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly.
What do you know about the
No
Sigic
more than
Order?
anyone else, I don't think. They're a very old order. Predated the Imperial Mages Guild by quite a bit. In fact, the Mages Guild was founded in opposition to the idea of the Sigic Order, that only an elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
And do you know anything about the Staff of Magnus?
Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
Archmage Aaron said you'd mentioned it recently.
I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere.
Who are the Synod?
Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
Alright then. So no one knows the staff's location?
No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mizulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mizulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Alright then. What else can you tell me about the Staff of Magnus?
I'm not really sure. Made and used by Magnus himself, if you believe those sorts of things. I believe I've heard it said that it's the only thing that could adequately contain his power. The sort of embellishment wizards of ancient times loved to make.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like I need to go to Mizulft, wherever that happens to be. I'm gonna take a look at the map and figure that out. And then once I figure out where that is, I'll probably end here, because it's been a decent amount of time. No, that's Movar's Lair. This is Shalador's Writings. That's where the ruins of Mizulft are. So that's south of Windhelm, southeast, east of Mixwater Mill. So Windhelm's probably going to be my best way to get there. I've got a quest to return to Riften, and I haven't even been to Riften, so that's kind of funny. And then I've got this, find Shalador's Writings. Alright, so next time I think what I'm going to do is come down here and find Shalador's Writings to get that one out of the way. But for now, that means I'm done with this particular session, and I will end here. Thank you all.